Dear students, let's begin with practice problem 2. So after clicking on AutoCAD, you will see this workspace. In workspace, move to format. In format, you will see units, set millimeters, reduce the precision up to 1 decimal point. Press OK. Now you have to define limits. I will type limits in the command line. Press enter. The lower corner of the limit will be 0, 0. Press enter. The upper right corner will be, let's suppose, 400 in x-axis, 300 in y-axis. So the limits are set. Now let's make a boundary around the limits. I will type rectangle, REC, then enter. Enter the or specify the first corner of the rectangle, that will be 0, 0, and the other corner will be, or the outer corner will be 400, 300. Press enter. So the rectangle is built. Let's zoom it in. Type zoom in command line, press enter, then E, press enter again. So this is the sheet that we'll be using for drawing. Now let's import the image of the problem from which we will be drawing. So in command line, I will type IM and then press enter. I'll see a menu like this. Now click on this drop down arrow and you'll see attach image. Once you click on that, I have the problem or practice problem on this top. I will click on this, press open, and now we can use these dimensions to place it on the workspace, or you can specify on the screen using mouse. You can specify the scale as well. Let me specify the scale over here. Suppose the scale is 0.5. I'll press OK. I can place the figure right here. See, the figure is here. Now close it. So from here we can see the figure and then draw it. If you look at the figure, we have its dimensions in millimeters, and the first thing is we'll have to draw the outermost boundary. The outermost boundary is a rectangle. If you look at it, it is 60 mm in y-axis and 160 mm in x-axis. So let's make a rectangle over here. I can draw it using line command as well. I'll place a line over here. If you look at the line, it can be moved in any direction, but I want to move it in 90 degrees or a 90-degree step. So for that I have to turn on ortho. When you turn on ortho mode, the line can only be drawn in horizontal and vertical direction. So in horizontal direction I have to move 160. Then in vertical direction, if we zoom this figure, it is 60 again. Then in horizontal direction, I'll move back 160, and in downwards direction we'll move 60 or just join this endpoint. Press escape to get out of any command. Now we have the external boundaries. Let's look at the features in this figure. If you look at it, you have a arc at the center. The radius of the arc is 16. So to find out the center, it's very simple. Just click on the line and you will see the midpoint. If you cannot see this midpoint, go to O snap. So if we look at the features, we have an arc in the center and these circles on the edges and also at the center. So to pick the center, it is very easy. Just click on this line command, then move the cursor to the center, approximate center, and it will highlight. If it doesn't highlight, you have to go to OSnap, right click on OSnap, go to settings. From here you can check or uncheck the center, the midpoint, the end point. So if your midpoint is not selecting, you can just check over here, and once the tick mark is here, it will automatically pick the midpoint. Press OK. Now I have this midpoint, so I'll just draw a circle on this midpoint, and the radius of the circle will be 16 as given in the figure. For second arc, I will draw another circle over here, and the radius will be 16 again. See, this is 16. Now if you look at these minor circles, the circles are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the diameter is 10. So it's easy. Just pan over here. For panning, you have to click on the wheel. The first circle is at 16 mm distance from this corner and at the height of 10. It is shown over here. So I'll just draw a reference line starting from here of 16 mm length and then 10 mm height. Now go to circle, select this as a center point and draw a circle of 5 mm radius. See? Now go to copy command, copy this circle, press enter, then select this point as a base point and move this base point up to the distance required, which is 40. If you look at this upper circle is at the distance of 40. So move 40 mm, press enter. Now in the horizontal direction, the distance between the two circles is 128. So move 128 in this direction. Press escape. Now copy again. Select this circle and its midpoint. Move it 40. Press escape. Now the circles are ready. Also draw two circles at this midpoint of radius 5. Sorry, undo. Select this 5, enter. Select this point 5 and enter. So the features are almost ready. Now what we have to do is to trim this arc. For that, type trim, enter, select this line, enter, and click on this, then again if you want to trim the other side, just type trim again, select this line, press enter, then click on this arc, press escape. See, this is how you do it. Then type trim again, select this arc, press enter. Now select this line, press escape, and now repeat this for the other arc as well. Type trim, select this arc, enter, then click on this line, press escape. Now remove these extra lines that we drew for reference. If you look at the final figure, there are two notches over here. The size of the notch is 20 and the depth is 6, so it's easy for this. Let us draw two lines passing through the center as a reference line. Another line These two lines are for reference. I will remove it once we are done with the notches. Now draw a line starting from here, and if we look at the figure, it is 20 overall, but from the center it will be 10 upwards. So let's move 10 upwards, then move 6 in this direction, move down 20, and then draw up to certain distance. Just click over here. Now remove the starting line, delete, and using trim command I can trim it off. Type trim, select this edge and this edge, press enter to remove this one. Okay, let's join these two edges. All right, now we can do the same over here. On the other side, just draw a straight line. Making reference lines can make things easier. You can use any method you want. I can draw a rectangle as well, but let's just use simple methods. I'll start from here and move 6 in this direction, enter, then 20 in this direction, enter, and then 6 again in this direction, enter. Remove these reference lines, delete, select and delete, and you'll see these. Now type trim and select these two edges, press enter. Now select this edge. So here we have the two notches, and now to draw the middle notch. So if you look at this notch, the total height of the notch is 28. What will be half of it? 14. So we have to move 34 in this direction. Now we are at the starting point of the notch. I'll move 14 in upward direction. And what is the length of the notch? It is 60. I'll move 60 in this direction. Then move down to around 28, move back 60 and connect it over here. Now remove these extra lines. All right, just draw this arc. The radius of the arc is 14. I can just select this midpoint as the center of the circle and select this as the end. Now type trim. All right, select these two lines, enter, then click on this. Okay, remove this line as well, and here we have it. The figure is complete. Now you just have to dimension it. For dimensioning, just click on dimension, and from here you can do linear dimensioning. Suppose I want to dimension this. Select these two edges, click over here. Size of the dimension is small, but I can increase it. It is easy. Just go to dimension. In dimension, click on dimension style, go to modify and go to text size. You can increase the size of the text from here. Let's make it 3. Also, you can change the size of the arrows and symbols, change it to 3 as well. All right, you can also change the color of the text, and let's suppose we change the color from this to yellow. Sorry, this is the color of the fill, none, and okay, close. So this is how you can do it. You can also change the color of the extension lines. Go to dimension setting, modify, and symbols and arrows. Okay, you can draw a frame around it or remove it. Go to lines, change color of the line. Suppose the lines are red. Okay, see, this is how you can do it. So let's dimension the rest of the figure and finish this video off. Go to dimension, select linear. This dimension is suppose 60. The other dimensions are, suppose radius of this arc is 16 and the radius of internal circle is 5. So you can do multiple tasks. You can change this line, the color of the extension line as well. Go to dimension style, modify, and then so you can change the color of the extension lines as well. Go to dimension style, modify, lines. In lines you will see extension lines. Let's change the color of the extension line as well. Let's make it green. Okay, close. So this is how you can dimension all the figure. Now let's type something over here. For that, you have to go to draw command, go to text, click on multi-line text, Just select the area where you want to type the text, click, and you'll see the text box. You can change the size of the text. Suppose I want to type a text of 5 mm height, and now let's type it. Enter. Enter again, and so on. You can click on OK. So this is the title of the problem. So that's it for today. Allah Hafiz.